And this is very relevant for us as runners to talk about bone stress injuries because the general athletic population has a stress fracture risk of 1 to 2%, so it really doesn't happen. But in runners, we have an incidence of about 20%, okay? So much, much higher, okay? And so it's very relevant for our sport to be talking about bone stress injuries and stress fractures, okay? So I want to, in tying in with this statistic here, it's like, okay, well, why do runners have a higher incidence? I want to compare the two sports of soccer and running, okay? So obviously a lot of differences between the two, but I'm just going to boil down the ones that are relevant for what I'm talking about here. Okay, so for soccer, as you know, it's three-dimensional. Okay, you're going forwards, you're going backwards, there's lateral movements and all these kinds of multi-directional parts of soccer. Okay, with a sport like soccer, there's bursts of energy and then there's breaks in the game. Okay, if the ball gets kicked out of bounds, if it gets passed to your teammate, to the other team, you know, you're not constantly moving. There are times where, you know, players will rest, catch their breath. You know, maybe they're not the one with the ball, so they don't have to run as fast. They're not chasing it. So it's three-dimensional and then there's breaks. For running, it's the exact opposite. It is straightforward. And God forbid we find ourselves on a curve, okay? We don't like to turn. We want to go straight forward. Let me find the straightest path I possibly can, and that's where I'm going to just go up and down, up and down, up and down, right? We don't like to turn. So it's straight ahead, all right? And it's constant, okay? And there's even a part of the runner's psyche that says, no, don't stop. Keep running. Don't take the break. Don't take the walk break. I want to run the whole time. I don't want to have to take a break. Right? So there's a little bit in there where not only is it straight ahead and we're trying to be as constant as possible, there's that internal driver that says, don't stop, right? So that's the difference between soccer and running. Soccer, three-dimensional, and there's pauses. Running is constant and straightforward, okay? Soccer players have to worry about ACL tears, right? You hear about people in these bigger sports tearing their ACL. When have you ever heard a runner tear their ACL? It doesn't happen, okay? So we don't have to worry about ACL tears. What we do have to worry about are the bone stress injuries because of the nature of the sport, constant and straightforward with no rest, that the bones just get a little bit more of that load than, say, like the ACL,